So who have I got today? Galileo. Oh, who's the most recent? There was some captain that I thought looked cool. Hang on. Who's in the shop these days? None of the specials. I guess Moonsong is the most recent one? That's not what I'm looking for. Set seems like they'd be fun. Wayfinder's cool. Cat Kiss is cool. Galileo is pretty cool, but I'll just wait the month out and get him the start of next month. That's fine. I saw there's like a feathered dragon captain, like a Quetzalcoatl or something, that's coming up, and I think that one I'm gonna buy when it hits the store rather than waiting. But for now, oh, it's the Collector. I do love the Collector. Do I love Old MacDonald more than I love the Collector? Unclear. Who do you want to see, chat? Old MacDonald, Idi-Eri, or the Collector? Now that we're not playing for stakes, I'm happy to play whoever. We can make it work. Whatever it is, we can make it work. Any opinions? Any preferences? I do like Old MacDonald. I like any captain that deals with treasures. But Idi-Eri getting you into secret rares is pretty neat. And the Collector does real good work with dragons. So, you know, a lot to like here for any of these captains. I guess the Collector is closest to being a full collection. If I can max out the meter for any of these captains, I like that, because then they're closer to getting new cards on the next set release. So I'll play the Collector here. We'll see if we can make anything happen. My custom deck for the Collector is very treasure-focused. Kind of a similar idea to how I run Harpolia or Lady of the Lake. So anything that gets me early treasures or repeatable treasures alongside Pisces and Wormscale. Thunder of Dragons, maybe not necessary. There might be a better choice there. And of course, if I have the Fortune Teller, that is a good choice. I don't know if I have Fortune Teller unlocked on this character. It doesn't look like I do. But like Fortune Teller Young Herc is also like a great early setup since boons are treasures. But I don't have any way to get cheap, easy, early boons without Fortune Teller. So, not a huge deal. I like Huntsman. I don't know if Huntsman is good. But like Thunder of Dragons and Ptah can all like... Or neither of these are particularly impressive. But I have to have a good replacement for them. Actually kind of interested in getting Netherbinder in here, I think. Because Dragon's Jewel is just such a good treasure. Yeah, let's get Netherbinder in there. And otherwise, we are trying to win and pick up some of the new characters. Yeah, this looks good. Oracle of Fortunes actually might be a good pick here too. I like Wormscale with the Dragon's Claws though, so let's go with this. Puss in Boots, sure. Evil Stepmother, pretty good. Great. Always lose the first round. Toto? What do your doggy eyes see, Toto? Jealous stepsisters. I suppose. I'd rather have Despicable Smee here. It's too early for the stepsisters to make anything happen with them. Perfect. Great. Love losing a full heart early on. Hey, Miseria, help me out. Acorn doesn't do it here. Spinach. This game is free, yes. both on Steam and on mobile. I think Skeleton Key is probably the kind of thing I want here with the collector. Although, now my board is big enough that Miseria isn't winning fights for me. I do want Pyrat available. Dragonling? It's not actually too late for Dragonling. Dragonling is a 7/6, is pretty sick. It's a big boy. Still winning. Not quite there on Shipshape Inspector, but possible. Let's just get a treasure, though. I don't really want to mimic either of these two, but I can go Padded Shield and then mimic. Fairy Dragon. Now that is, in fact, the business. I still want to keep Miseria around until she triggers, though. Is that unreasonable? Is that too greedy? Hey, Rural, how's it going? How's the local cluster treating me? Pretty good, pretty good. Had a really good day one run for tournament day. I'm gonna take the Fairy Dragon here. I'm gonna get some stats. Miseria is just never gonna trigger. That's fine, though. This is garbage. The Nether... Ooh, and the Sunflare Glider? Sunflare is it. Get in there. It's Dragon's time. Rest in peace, Jay Sparrow. We all know removing Miseria is the first step to losing a match. Yeah, absolutely. The moment I replace Miseria is the moment I lose. So we'll just keep Miseria in. And then I'll never lose, right? That's how that works. Thank you for your service, Pyrat. Netherbinder also will never trigger. Like, I will just never lose a character with Netherbinder in 2 and Miseria in 3. None of these are particularly impressive here, but maybe Breadcrumbs. Sure. I guess get mimicked. I will have so many Lost in the Woods. Fairy Dragon's actually bigger than Sunflare right now. Oh no, they're tied. They're tied. Fairy Dragon and Sunflare are both giving +10/+10. That's funny. Hello again, Sunflare. All dragons? I mean, it's the collector, right? Like, what are you gonna do? Would like more dragons. Miseria is not a dragon. Unfortunately. But, can't replace her. She's Miseria. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? This is what I want. Greed? Am I winning? I think so. It's looking pretty good, huh? Goodie Bag actually pretty good off of the Fairy Dragon. But I'll just greed the Glider because I don't want to replace anything else. I like my numbers. Eventually, my numbers are not going to be good enough. In fact, today might be that day. Yo, Miseria triggered. It happened. The spell to turn Miseria into a dragon. No, I'm waiting for Miseria to trigger so I can get rid of her. She's such a sad sack. I don't want her in my party anymore. Here we go. Alright, now it's all dragons. Finally, the success I wanted. And of course, Netherbinder is the first in the front row to die, as is tradition. Alright, thank you, Fairy Dragon. Your time has come. Turns out Jabberwock is a dragon, but not a dragon with Treasure Hoard. So we're keeping the Dragonling for now. I really shouldn't be keeping the Dragonling. The Dragonling's not that... God damn, again, Netherbinder first to die. It's the worst. And then my attack just goes straight into Punxsutawney Phil. Alright, take my heart, whatever. Be that way. Choose 3, absolutely. Do I want double Dragon's Jewel? I do actually want to double my Dragon's Jewel. I don't want to double the Widow's Web, but I very much want to double the Dragon's Jewel. I'm doubling 2 of these. And I think I want that to be the Rock and the Corsair. Baba Yaga? I do like the idea of being able to complete Maverick's quest more than once. But I don't like the idea of Maverick being turned into a pie. So maybe I will take... I have no animals. Maybe we'll take Little Piggy? I will never level up? None of these do anything? Was that Trogdor? No, I don't know why you would think that. Absolutely not. This is legally distinct other Burninator with a big beefy arm. None of these do anything. Well, Baba Yaga is the only one that does something. But by does something, I also mean eats my board. So I think I'm going to take Hannibal. Styx is interesting. The Yacker, also interesting. The Yacker is interesting because I have guaranteed rolls. Lost in the Woods. Which also makes Lil Genie potentially interesting. Maybe Yak. Maybe let's go for it. Maybe it's third shop each turn have double stats. Okay. And then this is the double stats turn. So I will take a double statted Bahamut. That seems fine. 3 packs full. Honestly, a great pick here. But I will just take the double statted Bahamut. That is also okay. And then let's put some people in front that I think will actually die for Netherbinder. Because I still want Netherbinder to complete the quest. And of course, Netherbinder, once again, first to die in the front row. This is the 3rd time this stream that I have lost 2 hearts before anybody else in the lobby, and then turned it around and won first. Alright, Yak, go. None of this does anything. I do want Sunflare Glider around. Alright, let's mix out the Sunflare. In case that matters. It does not matter. Alright, instead, let's just end the lobby. I'm okay with that too. Goodbye, GBS. It's over. Thank you for the Knight of the Holy Cane. What do we get here? Some more candy stuff for roulette. Okay, great. Immediately launch into the next one. I like Mira a lot. I should probably play Baldur a bit more, because they seem like an okay captain. They're just kind of generic, though. They're not, like, quoting a particular muscle man. Yeah, well, what can I say? I am a child of my time. I can also re-roll Baldur from the gate. Yeah, it's his gate. He's missing a U. After all, it's not really Baldur's Gate unless you're there. So Mira would be my favorite here, but if chat has a captain they want to see in action, then I am happy to pick a captain that people want to see. If you could rearrange the alphabet, you would make many, many changes. That's fair. It's kind of a mess. Like, I know the joke that you're referencing, Rural, but somehow I broke it in my head. Like, I immediately was like, I would put you and me together. And then was like, wait, me is not a letter. I screwed this up. It took me a second to realize how I screwed it up. Alright, who else besides Baldur? Preeminent Prodigy, also a person I have not played that much. You cast a spell, buffs from the next treasure you pick, give an additional +1/+1. Add me and Baba as letters. Excellent. I approve this. I approve this plan. So let's go with Mira. Mira's real good. I like playing with Mira. Do I have any includes that I would like to include over the existing includes? Any particular mages or fae that I feel like would be good? Morgan should actually probably be in here. Moppet is miserable, but Morgan Le Fay can make it. Anybody else that plays well with the captain ability? Let's see. Let's see very good options here. I'm looking for mages or fae mages that buff. So we have the fairy godmother already included, because that's default. But Morgan Le Fay seems like an additional good choice. All right, I am willing to go with this. And now I just gotta survive, get at least one fairy or mage on my board, and then survive until I can cast spells. Great start. Found a fae? Sure, maybe that'll work. That would be great if it did. It did not. Alas. Aw. Too big. I probably have to take Navi. Or I think taking Navi is a good choice, as much as I would love to take Puck for the extra reroll. But I think Navi is safer overall. Damn it. Oh, this is garbage. Well, let's see if this works out for me. Heck yeah. Targeted spell. Show me a targeted spell. I don't care about any of these. Did it. We did it. Everything's good here. And I can target Navi here and be happy with that. That's a good result. That's not a targeted spell. But now Thorn is bigger enough to be worth taking, just as a shot buff. Ow. Rude. Targeted spell. Turn 5. Where is my fairy godmother? Fairy godmother now, please. Thank you. None of these are fairy godmothers. Reroll. None of these are fairy godmothers, although Greenbeard is big now. Maybe Greenbeard. Yeah, sure. Well, that went poorly. No targeted spells, but Katamari is real good, actually. 11-8, 7-8. Okay. And Puck is maybe not contributing as much to the party as I want them to. So we could put Blind Mice here. And maybe Greenbeard will do something terrible to them? Heck yeah. Alright, now we're playing the game. That was a really lucky... Like, I needed that to happen. Now that that happened, I feel a lot better about this. Shanty is very funny, a little bit late to the party. I will 100% pick a pack of fairies, though. Fey Pirate, Fey Hero, Animal, Fey Hero. Damn it. No, just Fey. Alright. Greenbeard, get bigger. Alright. Oh, Sparkles! Sparkles does, in fact, do the thing. Even though it's not quite as good as Fairy Godmother. And probably better to just take Sparkles instead of taking Fun Gal and hoping. Bam. As someone who loses a lot, are you wrong to prioritize spreading slot buffs around? I used to do that a lot. Now I only do it with specific captains. Like, it's something that I do with Geppetto, because it is a little bit easier to put slot buffs everywhere with Geppetto. You just need to lose a toy in the appropriate slot. But otherwise, the value of getting ship shape isn't necessarily higher than the value of strengthening a good character. Especially if you have a character that you know you want to hunt with. A lot of it is going to depend on what kind of strategy you're going for. I guess I could start this battle while I'm yapping about it. If you know that you're trying to get a character that you're hunting with, like a main character, as it were, on your board, then that's not necessarily a good idea to spread the slot buffs around. Especially if you're doing, like, a supporting strategy where you're getting, like, you know, +3/+3 in the back row on something that's like a 1/1, like on a Puck or a Pix. Because that amount of buff will not make a difference to somebody who's that small. But that amount of buff could make a difference to somebody in double digits. Make them just barely bigger enough to kill an opposing character. So I think in general... Ah, the Fairy Godmother is here. Excellent. Excellent. Goodbye, Tink. Thank you for your service. I think it's going to depend on your strategy. It's going to depend on what kind of characters you're trying to get on the board. But broadly, it's probably better to specialize. It's probably better to focus a slot. And have, you know, a place where you can put a hunter in slot 1, for example, and make sure that they go off. But also, if rare treasures are really important to you, then making sure that ship shape can hit is potentially a good strategy. I don't know. There's trade-offs either way. 3 bags full? Papa Bear, unfortunately not a mage, so not benefiting from the Mira buff. So I guess we'll leave all of that alone. I don't want to pop my Skeleton Key on a 3 bags full. I'm just gonna dunk Jasmine Dragon. And then probably lose to Underdog Journey 178. Or not? Oh, my board got significantly bigger since the last time we had this exchange. Get wrecked, idiot! What a board. I really like Crab Dragoon. A Kiss here, not as good as just taking Crab Dragoon or Goldilocks, I think. And Sparkles and Fairy Godmother I am happy with as they are. So, like, I could put Crab Dragoon in place of the Blind Mice and then have less power on the board. I think maybe I don't take any of these. I don't know. Like, I don't want to kiss Sparkles or Fairy Godmother. I like what Greenbeard is doing, although maybe Greenbeard doesn't matter that much. Interestingly, I think if I kiss Greenbeard, do the buffs carry over? Like the buffs to Greenbeard buff? Like, I don't know if it's attached to the character if I kiss them. Let's find out. Well, they're Fey anyway, and that's a pretty good Fey to pull. It's looking good for me. Dang, huge. It's looking slightly less good for me. Huff and Puff doesn't hit anything I care about, so I can once again bring in Crab Dragoon over something bigger. Nope. None of these are Fey, so they don't trigger the Fireflies, which is a bit of a bummer. Oh, here we go. Ah, if only I had treasures that mattered for the Wormscale Tinkerer. All right, let's take Peachy Queen then, just to make all my fairies bigger. No, don't Stroke of Midnight, how dare you. Turns out it's not going to make a difference. Oh, I could have Giant Grip there, but I'm happy to take the fairy. A little bit less happy to take this over a single target. I should probably be hitting... Oh. Hello, Fairy Queen. Yes, come in. Goodbye, Blind Mice. We have gotten what I needed. Now we're doing great. Correct. Yeah, feels good. Underdog Journey took my heart this game. So now I took their life. Even Stevens. Fair trade. Ooh, I can afford to take the Exploding Chest here. What do quests do? So, characters that have quests on them. None of these have quests, but I'll give you an example once I see a character with a quest. Bo Peep doesn't matter. Reinforced Hull really doesn't matter. So, Gloves of Thieving it is. Here's an example. So, Scarecrow has a quest. You can tell because they have the quest little parchment thing on the side. When you complete the quest, you get a treasure of their rarity. So, with Scarecrow specifically, once they're on the board, after I have picked 7 cards from the shop, I will get an epic treasure. The same as if I had golded the Scarecrow. So it is an additional way to get treasures that's a little bit more consistent. More shops, more better. 3 bags full is another shop for the the Mega Mall. And unfortunately, it's not a targeted spell, but it does trigger the Mega Mall, which is nice. Wand of Shielding, probably a good include. Alright. How are we doing here? Yikes. Oh, they got big. That's very unfortunate for me. Jesus. They got real big. Choose 3. Okay, it's a deal. Fairy Queen's Wand, huh? Let's see if we can mixo the Fairy Godmother into something wild. I want my free shop, so I'll take the Starlight Star right here. Greed on Katamari? I don't know how his board was laid out. We'll try putting the Fairy Godmother here and see if that hits. I know against Lidlord I would want the Fairy Godmother on the right slot because that's where the Crab Dragoon was. Good hit! Get wrecked, idiot. Ooh, Fairy Godfather is a pretty good pick here. I don't know if he's a better pick than Sparkles, because he'll only be hitting himself in the Katamari. I guess I could replace the Katamari, and then he'd only be hitting himself in the Fairy Godmother. I do really want to keep all of these buffers, so I guess we're not taking the Godfather. If I had a board of full legendaries, Godfather would be amazing, but alas. Extra shop, targeted spell, or Fae. Targeted spell, probably, because I can get more Fae out of it. If it was a different targeted spell, I might be taking Titania instead. But I like Peppers here, because that'll give me a shop full of Fae. I think the best choice for this is either 10 million Fireflies or Fairy Queen. So let's hit the Fireflies, I think. Woof. This board. This is gonna be a full heart of damage, isn't it? Yikes. Yikes. Unfortunate. Does ordering matter here? No. Well, now I finally have some treasures that are worth hitting with a Tinkerer. The question is who I can afford to replace, given the size of the Tinkerer. Probably better off replacing the Katamari, even though it's a bigger health swing. But it's like a big health swing on all of them. Like, Fairy Godmother and Sparkles and Fireflies and Fairy Queen are all sort of more powerful. Targeted spell, but I think I guess getting the extra shop here is better than the Presence of Gaia in order to increase the buffs. Because I am looking for more fairies. Alright, well, no more fairies, no extra shops, so it's just Giant Growth. And if I plus 11 here, what does that get me? Big Fairy Queen's Wand if I live. Huge Mega Maul. I don't know if the Mega Maul goes off before Wormscale Tinkerer. Because they're both each fight. So the Mega Maul probably goes off before the Tinkerer because I got the Mega Maul first. But Gingerbread Oven gets big, which is cool. Chain is neat, but won't matter for the fight. Wand of Shielding is going to be neat if I survive. But it's not looking super good, honestly. I think Lidlord is like 2x my board at this point. More than 2x my board. Oh, well, second place is pretty good. We take seconds sometime. Play again! What have we got? Not super enthused about Thanatos. I do like Candyman. I have played a lot of Candyman. I am happy to continue playing Candyman. But of course, if anybody has any preferences, I haven't played with Omniverse because it was one of the late release captains. It was one of the special captains that was gem cost. So I only got it, like, I think it actually became free around the same time that that set 3 released. So I really never had a chance to focus on it because I do like the abilities. I do like the consistent sweetening, but never had a chance to really play with it. And I'm probably just going to reroll Thanatos. But if people have a character or a captain that they want to see, feel free to let me know. And I am happy to play with almost anybody. Just to give them a shot and see what I can do with them. See if Thanatos rerolls into something more interesting, though. The Lamppost. Go left then? That's fair, actually. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can get anything done with Omniverse to Omnivore. So, my goal is to stack my deck with as much villains and candy characters as possible. I am especially enthused about candy villains, except for Ghoul-Aid Man because he's terrible. Butcher is fascinating here. Is that good? I don't think I want a Butcher. Because, like, I don't want to get stuck on the, like, you know, I'm including all of these, like, really powerful epics and legendaries. Ghoul-Aid Man is sick? I don't know about that. I think Ghoul-Aid Man is dying. Ghoul-Aid Man is... Ghoul-Aid Man is suffering. Oh, I don't have the Hunter unlocked. That's a real candy villain I need. Alright, not a whole lot of options here. And maybe I just keep Ghoul-Aid Man in there because my deck is miserable. Alright, here we go. Found a villain. Found another villain. Great news. Found a villain. Fantastic. You're not a villain, but you are a pirate. Maybe I'll just take the wind-up toy. There we go. 1x sweetening. Pirate. Take a pirate. And now we are on the lookout for, I mean, villains, but also for, candy payoffs. Ow, rude. Kind of a candy payoff. A candy villain, get in there. And pirate. Wow, lucky. Alright, that's looking a little better. Villain and bigger than the Dastardly Spirit. Animals for the hyena? How do I feel about that? I think I feel better about that than I do about Despicable Me. Katamari is candy? Katamari is everything, including candy. Ooh, yeah, we gotta get Cool Whip in here. Alright, let's do it that way. Getting the double sweetening seems pretty good. On the other hand, getting wins would also be pretty nice. I don't think we're kissing anybody. I don't think we're mooning anybody. Nobody I care about. That, on the other hand, is a pretty big shot buff. Time to inspect. Ow. Better have been worth it. Giant Strength is alright. Corsair is alright. Energizer I would feel better about if I had anything to energize. I'd probably take the Co-Captain's Corsair. Ooh. Shall we pots? I think I am interested in potsing. Man, I have more animals than anything else. Maybe I just take Papa Bear here. The board is huge. Oh, this is a pretty good kiss target. Legendary on turn 7 feels maybe pretty good. I like getting a rare, like I really like getting Cool Whip leveled up also. I don't know which of these is better actually. This could go either way. I think the legendary is better. That is actually a pretty massive increase. That's wild. Treasure would tempt you too much? Yeah. That is also fair. I do want Charlie Potts to go off at some point. Yeah, this is... If I had known which legendary I was going to get, it definitely would have, you know, focused that decision a little bit better. I don't think I want Mockingbird here. This is looking like sugar and spice for me. Blackbeard is a villain. Yeah, none of this is really what I'm looking for. Continue to cycle. It is a big hyena. Sure, big hyena it is. Ghoul-Aid Man is here. +12/+12 for each of your candy characters that were KO'd this fight. So weird. So it needs to be in the back row. And then all of the candy characters need to be in front. Alright, we'll give that a shot. Honestly, this is a terrible place to put Cool Whip. Although it worked out this time. And this only happens on farewell, which means he needs to die in order to get his bonus. Like, he's so awkward. Why did I get Ghoul-Aid Man? This is not where I want to be. Let me put you in front. Immediately replace him with Punxsutawney Phil. Maybe immediately replace him with Conan, if I could get the treasure. His design makes up for all of his lack of synergy. Yeah, his ability is just so awkward mechanically. Fully agreed, though. The undead Kool-Aid Man look is incredible. Yeah, none of this is getting me anywhere. Titania is working out pretty well, though. Heck yeah. Ooh, big Mega Mall. Keep 'em coming. Lollipop Fairy. This buff isn't big enough to warrant actually including this character at this point. So, Bronze Goose, probably? Hopefully get treasures? Looking good. None of these are impressive. I think I lose this fight, don't I? Yeah, alright. Half a heart. Fine, no problem. Everything's okay. The loot! Melody's loot. It's probably time to update some of these characters here. Heck yeah! Still a villain, too. That's what I like to see. I'm gonna make some shifts here. Party time? Party time, excellent. That is +20/+20 to my entire board, because Katamari is an everything. Oh! Oh god, they're huge. Ow. So, both of my remaining opponents are enormous. This is a rando run, Devonok. The tournament run went really smoothly. I got all first places all in a row, and nailed it. Reinforced hull doesn't hit. Toy box doesn't hit, so magic find. None of this super matters. I kind of need some more scam on this board, though. Also, Cool Whip's not really doing it anymore. Cool Whip kind of doesn't super matter at this point. Try this and see if I survive this one. I think my odds are not great. Hit the mousetrap. Hit the mousetrap. Damn. I'm supposed to hit the mousetrap. Alright, yeah, it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, it is super over. Just the most over. Wop, 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 wop. Third place. Still pretty good. Crab Dragoon and Fenrir. I do like Crab Dragoon. Alright. I have been going for about 2 hours. Red Dress Captain is bonkers twice. Red Dress Captain. Which one? Anagale? Anagale is real good. Anagale is definitely very good. In that particular situation, what was very good was the Huntsman's Axe with Captain Hook in the back row. But there was a lot of problems there. There was a lot of things going on. But yeah, I'm going to take my usual stream break here. Been going for a bit. Beat me in both games with just overwhelming numbers. Yeah. Yep. Yep. She does that. She's good. She's a very good captain. Let's see. This character, when you discover a treasure, I lose 1 or 2 of them, but you get to keep the rest. So, just by default, about half the time you get 2 treasures out of every treasure pull. So, she is really good with extra treasures. Happy to keep playing and see what I can do. Thanatos appears again. Do I want to be playing Thanatos? I keep looking at Thanatos' ability and I'm like, it's like Hannibal, but not as good. I'm more general than Hannibal, but it gets harder and harder to pull off as the game goes deeper. And like, you really have to be able to take advantage of it, right? Like, getting a lot of summons or whatever. Or maybe not. Like, maybe that doesn't make that much of a difference. But, it seems difficult to maximize, although he is excellent alongside Deinonysus. I have noticed that. So I think I'm not that interested in trying to make Thanatos work. Which means we have Chucky, Romeo, and Merrily. Any preferences? As usual, check it in with chat, see if there's a captain that y'all want to see. But if not, I will just pick whoever. Chucky, honestly, I don't play Chucky that much. I think Chucky just has a lot of unlocks by virtue of having been an unlocked captain for the entirety of my career in this game. So just, you know, the shotgun unlocks that show up randomly have hit Chucky enough times that he's got like a decent number of unlocks as a vanilla captain. I do like True Love's Kiss. So Romeo seems like they'd be fun. I feel like Merrily is the easiest to take advantage of, though. Like, this Captain Power is consistent in a way that Romeo's isn't. And has more kind of punch to it than I think Chucky's does. So, I think we'll go with Merrily and see what we can get done. take a look at the custom deck, I am mostly focusing on ways to get extra spells, I think. So stuff like Ogre Magi, stuff like the Fates and Chaos. Mysterio is here because I am expecting to be able to... I'm expecting to have a lot of stats on my board from low-level characters. So Mysterio can turn my low-level characters into high-level characters with all those stats. And I think Anubis is here from when Anubis was good. Because Anubis isn't super impressive here. Anubis does fit pretty well with the scam package, though. So I have Black Hole, Wicked Witch, Anubis. I could potentially fit in a little bit more scam with that. It looks like I have the option of bringing in Wormscale Tinkerer and Pisces if I'm so inclined. Or we could go for like a Hunter angle and bring in Blackbeard. I'm not seeing anything else that really supports the spell casting, though, which is really what I'm looking for. So I think we're just good here. Flopsy, not that impressive, to be honest. Mephisto scales really well with shop buffs. But I'm not necessarily sure. I mean, like, if Shanty starts going off, then that's pretty wild. And of course, the higher the spell buff, if I just take first and then flop it in front of Mephisto, actually, that does seem pretty good now that I think about it. And then Burninator is just here because Burninator is good. And then Flopsy kind of doubles up with the Merrily bonus. So yeah, I guess that's where this shop is at, or this deck is at, and I am happy with that, I think. So let's go. And then first few picks are just auto take whatever's in the left slot because extra buffs. The Uncle Cardboard. Sure, we'll take that tie. Yeah, Worn Shield. It's the right pick. Big Snowball. All right, how are we doing here now? Love seeing a silver in the left slot. Happy to replace Thorn there. And let's make sure I get that quest, shall we? The early Merrily turns real good. Okay, Magic Acorn solid with Puck here. Time to cast some spells, I think. Big Pyrat. Yeah, alright. Take a big Pyrat. We'll rat some pies. Solid start, honestly. This is doing incredible things. Cast a spell or recruit a mage. So if we have more mages that we could recruit, that would be a good idea. But until then, I'll keep casting spells. Happy to replace the Jealous Stepsisters with something significantly bigger. Barely. Ooh, are we kissing? Who are we kissing? I don't like kissing the Pyrat here. Already enormous. Get bigger. Boon Willow. Not that appealing. I don't have any stats in the back. Ugly. Alright, well, let's just bring in a bigger nameless one then. Seems fine. How big is Rumples now? I'm concerned. Always worried about big Rumples. Yikes. Pretty big. Pretty big, that Rumples. Nice tier. Navi is here, not soon enough. Papa Bear, though. Yeah, alright. Let's make that happen. Rose doesn't do anything. I kind of like an Over the Rainbow here. Get the spell to increase the buff on the left, and then we'll get something huge there next turn. A giant dragon. Wow, 2 giant dragons. Skip, how dare you? Yeah, decently big Angelica. This common treasure is not really holding up right now. Meet in a tavern means whatever I get is guaranteed to have the Merrily buff, which I'm into. I like that. Yeah, Puck's not doing a whole lot now either, so let's get some stats back there. It feels a little bit better. Oh my god. Everybody is monsters? This was seriously just like, okay, full heart, full heart, full heart, dead. What the crap? Trash Panda, Skip, and Rumple. Just like full heart, full heart, full heart, all 3 in a row. Wow, what a terrible round. Yeah, no, I guess that's 6th place. Sure, yep, that checks out. That's that sounds like how that would go. Oh, miserable. Let's try again. We can do better. I'm not buying Wayfinder. So, Sweet Tooth, Zagreus, and King Arthur. When one of your hearts is emptied, discover a treasure of your shop's level. I do like King Arthur, actually. I also like Sweet Tooth. Do I have any preferences here for how I'm going to do this? Not especially. I guess King Arthur isn't silvered yet, so maybe we should work towards that. That seems reasonable. What do I have? I pretty much just want this to be entirely heroes, right? And a bunch of early game heroes to take advantage of the early game stats. So this is just to make sure that I can get heroes in the early game, and then late game, Herc, Pisces. I don't know what Pisces is here for. I guess because I have Wink. But it feels like late game I'm going to want something like a Guinevere? Can I fit Guinevere in here? In theory, my heroes are going to do a bunch of questing, but I don't actually have a good sense of whether or not heroes do a lot of quests. Feels like they ought to, but I don't know that that actually happens. Maybe just like a Burninator or Oracle of Fortunes or something in the last slot? I don't think I have any more early game heroes that I can pick up. Frog Prince, not a hero. Yeah, no more heroes available in common or uncommon. And then anything else that I could be taking is like, I could take things designed to help me gold more often. Because just golding a character makes all of my heroes better. So that would be something like Fun Gal, I guess. Or like I've already got Glory Seeker in there. And the one other common that helps my heroes I haven't unlocked yet. So just looking to get some more unlocks, I guess. We'll stick a Burninator in the back row. Just as like a thing to get at the highest level that is helpful. Oracle of Fortunes would also be good. I'd love to have Crab Dragoon here, actually. That would be my preferred include there. But this is good. This is fine. All right, let's get some heroes in here. Show me the heroes. Daughter of Athena, pretty good heroes. I feel good about these heroes. None of these are heroes. I feel bad about these non-heroes. Oh, yes. Give me a huge Daughter of Athena. Underdog, sure. Technically a hero. The wrong ring! I don't know that I'm going to be casting many spells. I don't feel super good about Masterwork Scrolls here. Maybe I think I can survive to turn 12. What am I up against? Candyman, Nemesis, Amit, Itty Airy. Oh, that's a cute art for Itty Airy. And of course, Loxley. All right. Yeah, some good captains out here, actually. I don't know that Amit is a good captain. Amit is a captain that I wanted to be good, but I never really figured out, like, really good synergies for him. Never really felt like I broke the captain. Candyman, very easy to maximize the power of. Loxley is, like, entirely dependent on how well everybody else is doing, because Gloves of Thieving only gets you treasures from opponents. And, no Lightning Thief to get the free bottle in the beginning. Alright. Let's see how well they did. Yeah. That's about right. Golden Toto's amazing. Wow. I have some really good starts here. Should we gold ring? I like gold. This one says hero. At this point, it doesn't matter if it says hero. What matters is the stats. And I don't particularly care about Peachy Queen over Captain Ahab, so let's just go with that. I should have taken the silver. I could have silvered Captain Ahab and been closer to golding something. None of these appeal. I guess I could take Cowardly Lion, but Cowardly Lion needs a lot of support, and we are not supporting him. Sure. Yeah, none of these really appeal either, so let's just get some more power on my board. Perfect! I even got the quest on Captain Ahab. Very nice. Royal Invitation? Royal Invitation is not a bad choice. It's, like, decent until I get to Legendary, and then at Legendary, it really helps me to get golds. Which may or may not end up mattering, but I like the shots at the higher, like, the higher earlier... Oh, okay. This is the captain that needs Achilles, so let's start doing that. And now I already have a Hunter in slot 1, so unless I just want to replace Achilles with Don Quixote, that's not super good. I guess I could... Daughter of Athena is still small enough that, like, bringing in Don Quixote there isn't the worst choice. Shift a few things around here so I get my hunters in front. Fire away. Aww. Aww. Aww, full heart. Terrible news. None of these really do anything for me here. Install for one. I do need to just make my Achilles as big as I can. It's a hero, kind of. The spell doesn't really help my Achilles, and all of these are smaller than the characters they'd be replacing. And Bunny is maybe more likely to succeed than Don Quixote, but Don Quixote is a hero, which means the silver is going to be bigger. So maybe we'll just twinkle twinkle and hope that next round gets better. That would have been such a good hunt from Don Quixote. Oh my god, that would have been so good. Because it's the level up round, I would have gotten a legendary out of it. Instead, we have a full shop of epics, none of which, again, are particularly appealing. Although putting a Stinky in this slot is kind of nice. Hey, get better. A little bit late for Ace of Hearts. Sunflare actually is appealing here. Because I'm not not particularly impressed with Don Quixote so far. I think he is not going to swing things the way I want him to. Ow. Huff and Puff? Is it too late for Huff and Puff? 15 damage on the whole is probably not enough for a KO, although if it was ever going to work, now is the time for it. So maybe we'll give it a shot. Hello, a gold. I will take a gold. Make my heroes that much better. Maybe Lucky Chest will do something for me. Oh, I'm definitely not killing anything on this board with Huff and Puff. Look at this garbage. I'm not even getting the hunt. At least that dealt back enough damage to kill something. It's full-hearted again. That's twice that Loxley has full-hearted me, this jerk. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, no, it's time. It's time. Thank you, Achilles, for your service. We will going to try and do something better. I'm hoping for some kind of spell to really buff him up. Like, I want like a giant growth. I'll take a Fires of Ares. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. And this is the only... Yeah, between the Loxley and the big Candyman, I feel like this is the only shot I have to actually hunt with Hercules. Heck yeah. Hunting achieved. Full trades. Happy with full trades. I'm still living. Do I bring in Tin Man for the treasure, or do I gold? I guess golding Achilles is also a treasure. And also gets me the gold, so that's better. Parting gift. Nope. Rainbow Bridge? That hits a lot of people. And I'm not sure that I will live long enough to get value out of Advent Calendar, so Rainbow Bridge sounds good. I want Hercules to be big enough to hunt, and I'm not sure that he will be. Yeah, not quite. Okay, it's over. Top 3, though. Still get my banner. Zhang Yisao. Starting to get the Mythbound cards. Good. Good. I do like Zhang Yisao. I think Zhang Yisao has unfortunately become lower powered, I feel like, given that there haven't really been powerful pirates coming out in recent sets. Barbossa was really good for her, and then I don't think there was anything in Mythbound that really sealed the deal for her. But she is a captain that I want to keep getting cards for, just in case the next set has cool pirates, because I really like her playstyle. And I am into the Typal Pirates play. Let's go again. All of this is garbage. I don't super like Romeo. Athena is fine. King Arthur is fine. None of them are captains that I prefer to play. But happy to give any of them a shot if people want to see something specific. Otherwise, we'll just fire King Arthur off again. Didn't get anything that run that really changes his deck, but still looking to get more cards for him. Because I think he has a lot of potential, and there's some cards that I really want to see on him, but I haven't unlocked them yet. What do we have for your cosmetics? Ah, the diamond frame. Did I deliberately undiamond you? Huh. Yeah, I don't have any new arts for him. So I guess it's just the banner, which is obviously Season 2 champion banner. I didn't get the Season 1 champion banner, unfortunately. But this is pretty good. That's interesting that you can choose whether or not you want the diamond frame. That's cool. Glory Seeker! Do the thing. Daughter of Athena. Here we go. Good start. Good Arthur start. None of these are heroes. Toto, excellent. Toto is a hero and is decently likely to get you a hero. Alright, well, you're a hero, so in you go. Icarus and Nutcracker are heroes. Nutcracker is actually a really nice pick here. And then we can back row whichever hero we feel like we want to keep over time, which is none of them. I don't really feel like any of these heroes are heroes that I'm going to keep over time. So I'll just put the two biggest ones in the back for Nutcracker Prince to buff. Toto and Ace of Hearts. Seems fine. We take the silver. Ooh, Wink is here. Now, Wink is a hero that I would like to get buffs on. No Fae yet, but maybe I take Wink as like a speculative pick over the Glory Seeker right now. And then if I see a good fairy for Wink, we'll be in a good place. And in the meantime, just do the same thing that I've been doing. Damn, every single shot just going straight into Punxsutawney Phil. Congratulations, buddy, you did it. I'm so proud of you. There is Jill. Okay, cool. I think we've done it. 12, 9, 9, 7, 10, 8. Probably replace Toto. And let's do some Wink things. After all, a wink is as good as a nudge to a blind man. Let's try and get some more heroes out of this. That sounds good. And the more Wink hunts, the better. Well, I mean, Ace of Heroes, or Ace of Hearts, the timing on this is not working out super well. But they are huge. So, we'll go with that. Picks, not really an include. At this point, I'm looking for Fairy Godmother or Sparkles to take advantage of Wink's additional buffs. But if those are not forthcoming, then so be it. Hey! Alright, good. And then I still want a hero in the back row, so that is for Nutcracker Prince. Trades. And I will need to keep supporting Wink. Make sure Wink gets their hunts. I do like Don Quixote here. So maybe I'll sub Don Quixote out for the Ace of Hearts, even though that's a downgrade in power. Potentially a really good board late. I still need Wink to get hunts, so I don't want to put Don Quixote in front. Also, they're not quite big enough. But if they can start getting bonuses off of the Nutcracker Prince, that's pretty cool. So I think I'll give that a shot. We'll see if this works out for me. I think on this board specifically, it is not going to work out for me. That is a full heart. Unfortunate. It would have been a full heart regardless. Even with the Ace of Hearts, that wouldn't have survived that hit. But still. I'm still trying to make Nutcracker, like the hero stuff work, and then also Wink in the Fae, so it's a bit of a trade-off. I should probably have just taken the fairy, the Fae there, the epic one that buffs all the fairies, and just leaned into the fairy stuff instead. Oh, I actually got the hunt. Nice. So this is going to be a secret rare. Heck yeah. All right. Well, not super impressive, but fine. Sparkles is also here. I think Sparkles over Jill. And that lets me put Don Quixote in the back row now, along with Shadow. Okay, now everything's just going straight into Punxsutawney Phil, right? That's... Oh, I didn't get the hunt! I did get the hunt there, though. That's pretty cool. The pumpkin, though. Okay. We'll silver a Shadow, I suppose. Free Mixo Macho every day of my life. And I'll take the heart back. Tiamat. Okay, okay. I do like Tiamat, and that's probably better for me than the Fairy Godmother. No good kiss target here, so I'll just stick with what I've got. Once more, try to improve my Wink results. Although maybe that should have been a Mixo Macho on Don Quixote. Yeah, that's a full heart. My stats are not there. Zeus? Zeus is pretty good. Still not as good as this giant Wink. And I want to keep Don Quixote going. But Don Quixote is still not guaranteed the hunts. I guess I could take Zeus over Sparkles, but Sparkles is still giving those bonuses to everybody, like, decent bonuses. Wink has gotten enough hunts that Sparkles is, like, hitting decently hard. Just haven't cast that many spells, I think, for Zeus. Nothing else here is particularly impressive. And Sparkles and Don Quixote I like for their abilities, not for their stats, so Looking Glass probably doesn't land here. Although, I think the benefits of Wink are probably going to be over soon, so maybe we'll just Looking Glass Wink and see if we get a better unit out of it. It's not terrible. Let's see if we can Gold a Dragon. Oh, and then I can put the dragon in front. Here we go. This is where I want to be. Get some more treasures, and maybe Don Quixote will get a hunt. Don Quixote is big enough here. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I think... oh, this is such a good gold, though. It's Tiamat, though! It's so much treasure! I think I need to win fights more than I need the scaling from Tiamat. That's such a huge difference. None of this really appeals. Oh my god! Okay, it's over. Thank you so much for your time here. We tried. That's it. That's the end of the party. Good heavens. What is this board? Oh, that's a lot of sweet Dropneers. Well, that makes sense. I will take my third and be happy with it. Okay. Hey, Deinonysus is here. Definitely picking Deinonysus. We love a questing dinosaur. Maybe I'll get something better than Karn Artist. I mean, probably better than Karn Artist, but not better than Deinonysus. Deinonysus is my fave. So, mostly picking things that quest, things that give you additional captains, and then a little bit of boon synergy, because young Hercules is very happy with a board full of questers. Astral Navigator isn't, like, the best pick here, But I still haven't unlocked Miseria for this captain. And that is the obvious trade. Is once I get Miseria, I'll bring in Miseria for Astral Navigator. And until then, keep running what we got. I like this. I like this setup. This is all gross. I'm tempted to take Scrubfowl here to potentially start setting up slot 1 for the Lancelot. Slappy also like a really good turn 1 pick. But I think I want to set up slot 1 for both Lancelot and the Jealous Stepsisters. Either of those here is pretty good. But, okay, this is not really getting anywhere, so Wind Up Toy, just so Nesting Scrubfowl can stay slot 1 and take advantage of the buff. Fine. And take the trades. Yep, there's Jealous Stepsisters, so we'll try and get that done. And Lancelot is also here. I want it to happen. I don't know that it will, but we'll try it. This is gonna get me killed. I'm definitely... I feel like I am losing this fight, and I am low stats enough that I am probably setting myself up to lose a couple of fights afterwards, but we'll see what happens. That's surprising. I think that was pretty lucky, actually. That sounded like that was, like, just even enough in all the places it needed to be to work out. Oh, definitely want Hyena now. And Destiny is here. Oh, except Herc is here. So we're going to do that. Let's get some slot buffs on the back row, and then we'll swap them and get some slot buffs on the front row. And then maybe we can slot Lancelot here once Jealous Stepsisters goes off and start focusing buffs on the spot where I want it. Heck yeah. Skeleton Key seems good. I get 2 of these, which is great. Probably Bahamut and Pauper. So now I can get Lancelot in the front. And interesting, I can get both of these boons done right now, actually. No, I'll finish Pauper. I probably won't finish Bahamut. That's worth though. None of these immediately help Lancelot finish their quest, which is what I'm looking for. So I'll take Bounty Contra. Likewise here, actually. All of these are pretty foul. Jack Frost is maybe my best bet to make sure I don't insta-die, but I don't have the power, really, to get the value I'm looking for. Maybe with Herc in front, it looks okay. Yeah, especially against Geppetto, I needed a lot of health to go through all of the various summons. But that's pretty good as far as boards go. Tin Man is going to be a bit. Presence of Gaia here helps for Lance. Presence of Gaia continues to help for Lance. All right, let's get that quest done. Great, great. The Little Lance. Oh. Frowny. Recruit the character with the lowest attack from the shop 3 times to get a common treasure. Or start buffing my back row slots. Well, Witches 3 has a numbered bonus as opposed to Frowny. And Deinonychus really works well with any captains that have numbers in their bonuses. So Witches is probably the pick here. I do like Frowny, though. I think Frowny has a lot of potential to get me some good treasure. Probably Witches is better for me long term, though. Is it time for Morpheus? We could probably get Morpheus done. It's still early. I think it's early enough that Morpheus could happen. Blackjack seems like an easy swap for Wind-Up Toy. Or I could just take Down Came the Rain to make sure I am set up for Ship Shape if it happens. Because this turn, Boon of Morpheus isn't triggering regardless. Get Dragonling in there instead of what? Hungry Hyena instead of Lancelot. Lancelot's tiny now. Yeah, all right. Swap you out. And do a little bit of maneuvering with Hungry Hyena in order to get the slot buffs. Oh, no, I got the slot buffs now, so I don't need to. I don't need to do that anymore. So we'll just leave Hungry Hyena here until they get replaced, I guess. With tacos and a breakfast burrito. Sounds delicious. Damn. Well, it's a good thing his back row is tiny, otherwise I was screwed there. Nuada! Yeah, we'll get Nuada here. That sounds correct. And if I don't take a spell, that is one hit for Morpheus, so we'll not take a spell. Does Jack Frost still need to be here, is a question. Mockingbird feels like they're going to give me more value than Wind-Up Toy, for example. Maybe we just replace here. I'm okay with that. And they have a shadow in the back row? Wow. I was never getting any close to there. It feels like they've... When did they stabilize, having gone all the way down to 1 heart, and now they have this board? Like, that's not a 1 heart board. What happened? Okay, I think we are once again aiming for the Boon of Morpheus here. So maybe I'll take Mousetrap. I definitely want Astral Navigator. I heavily want Astral Navigator. Does that replace my Mockingbird? Probably, yeah. And that'll trigger the boon, which means I double up on Herc. Fantastic. Wow. Well, that was painful. Choose 3. Don't mind if I do. And that immediately triggers Bahamut, which is fantastic. Oberon? Why are you here? Do I want any of you? Is that what Bahamut gets me, a legendary? That's not particularly impressive. I don't really like any of these. I do like how big young Herc is. None of these get me boons. If I had a rare here, that would actually be my preferred pick, because rare can get me Timeline Duplicator or Co-Captain's Corsair. Like, I want rare treasures more than I want epic or legendary treasures right now. But I guess in the absence of that, we'll dunk a Sorcerer's Mop. I also want... Like, I haven't taken advantage of Witches 3 at all. I should really be looking for more villains to just take. But I did say I wanted rare treasures. I also want quests, but it doesn't seem like Cowardly Lion is going to do the thing anytime soon. Well, that was clean. Very varied lobby here. Wildly different power levels on the different the different people I'm fighting against. Probably take the potion. Potion's good if I find any more quests. Do I want double potion? Or do I want to mimic something else? I think I want double potion, actually. Double potion is pretty wild. Set? Are we set? Dragon hero, toy villain, Fey hero. So I have to swap out Nuada. But if I swap out Nuada, we can get set, which is pretty good. And then it's a little late for Popper, so let's grab Zhang. Hero, toy villain, Fey, pirate toy. Ah. Okay, taking you anyway, though. It's a little late for Morpheus. I don't think I am going to be taking Morpheus. I don't think I am going to go turns without getting any treasures. Runefeather! This is the captain I was talking about. I like them. When you discover a treasure, one of them is a boon. That seems very good with people like Herc around. I'm not particularly... It's a little late to try and focus Mira at this point. And I do not care for 2 random spells. So, let's get Runefeather. I like Mercy, and I like Boon of Fortunes. And that triggers Bahamut. This doesn't really do much for me. Villain. I guess if I replace Mousetrap, that triggers set. Dragon, hero, villain, Fey, pirate toy. Alright. So just for this turn specifically, we'll do this. Or we can kiss Frankenstein's doctor and hope there's no overlap. Fingers crossed. Do I like the doctor more or do I like Oberon more? I think I like the doctor more, actually. Kiss Oberon and hope there's no overlap. What are you? You're a toy. Damn it. Oh, I should have replaced. Needed to put Battlestar Galactica in front. Oh. Well, that's another full heart of damage. Oh, Boon of the Popper, not exactly what I'm looking for here. But thank you. I guess Popper on Battlestar. Battlestar's already going to give me the treasure. So I could Popper the Ship Shape Inspector and get a rare, which sounds really good to me. Choose 2 of these. Well, Merlin is one of them. Buried treasure doesn't really feel like it does anything, so Earthstone's the other. And dragon, hero, toy, villain, candy toy. So I don't want to take a dragon or a toy if I want to get set done. But I do want Guinevere. So let's take Guinevere. And we're just not getting set this one either, which means it's probably just over for us. Oh yeah, these are big numbers. Not absurdly big numbers, though. And Herc is definitely doing the thing he's supposed to. If I take World Shrub, I can never complete set. So... On the other hand, World Shrub is amazing. I think set's never happening. Yeah, what's up, Marseille? And I cannot pass up these 2 for Boon of Sticks, despite how good Boon of Sticks would be. We'll just take those. Gloria, Animal, and Silversmith. None of them really benefit from the Deinonychus pluses. I don't need Animal since I have World Shrub. The odds of me surviving losing a fight are pretty low. So I guess it's Silversmith? I guess it's Silversmith. And Morpheus is definitely never happening, so we'll take Pauper and Santa, even though none of those are really happening either. Yeah, this is all pretty garbage. Yaga can happen. Styx is unlikely also, I think. I regret to inform you that the likelihoods of us killing an opponent is low. But it's still better than Morpheus. I don't know what's going on here. I need stats on this board. I guess we're just taking more Guinevere. Who among you is going to replace my Frankenstein's doctor? Like, that's what we need. Why are you blue? There's nothing on my board. Like, yeah, they're both villains for witches, but also everything is villains for witches? Oh, for Pauper. They trigger Pauper. Oh, that's actually worth it. I don't mind losing a little bit of stats on the Battled Star to get another secret rare treasure. That's worth. Either way, whoever this is going to get replaced almost immediately. So let's do that. I don't think I need more Paupers. Dropnir, assuming I live long enough to make it work, is pretty good. Oh, here is the Mousetrap I was looking for. Yeah, let's get Mousetrap back. We need some scam on this board. Everybody else is huge. Big Percy? Big Percy. All right. Thank you, Frankenstein's doctor. I appreciate your time here. And now let's hope we live. Okay. Perk has gotten big enough that we're probably surviving most boards. Still not a full heart of damage. We don't trigger Styx. Look at all these. Also sitting on a giant pile of boons they're never going to complete. Stronger than my opponents by a good bit. I'm not convinced. I think now this is looking really good. But I was really deep in the hole against whoever the other captain was. Not the Amid, whoever the other one was. I don't remember what they were. Choose 3. Okay. Yeah, I definitely turned a corner with the last shop. Getting the World Shrub and starting to trigger the boons really made things a lot better for me. Do I want to silver a Dragonling? I don't have a Wonder Box, do I? I have everything but a Wonder Box. Funny. Yaga? Is it late for Yaga? Probably irrelevant. I mean, everything is irrelevant at this stage, but trigger Bahamut. Get Merlin? No. Just gonna keep taking silvers, and Witches 3 is gonna keep giving my back row extremely small buffs. But hey, buffs is buffs. Eros will hit automatically. So that's actually a pretty good pull. Double double. That's actually a pretty good pull too. I want this to happen, I think. Silversmith doing some great work here. Sure, I'll gold a mousetrap, I guess. Things are starting to get pretty silly here. Was a con artist. Yeah, I think this con artist is a monster. But then again, at this point, I am also a monster, so... No, I got this. All of my characters are an order of magnitude bigger than all of their characters. I was worried based on previous results, and I have scaled better than they have. So, we're good. We're good. No problems. Hey, I get to be a con artist. Choose 3. You got it! I will do exactly that thing that you said. Choose 3. Okay. None of you are bigger than anything I have. Do like gold. On the other hand, no, this is better. Either way, I get a treasure. This is the treasure I like better. That's not true, actually. Oh, but they're ranked up anyway. Okay, so this is true. This is legendary treasures instead of epic treasures. And none of it matters because this is the last fight anyway. Good stuff. Nice try, tiny laser shark. We got him. Rolo and some generic irrelevancies. Although, no, I don't care about Candy. Pretty Patissier is not making it into my deck. Prospero, probably also not making it into my deck. Good start, good start. Not buying Set yet, although Set does look like they'd be interesting to play with. Do we Dino again? I do love myself a Dino-Nisus. I haven't played much with Gloria. She's supposed to be very good. I haven't played much with Lucky Leprechaun, and I don't know if they're good, but they seem like they ought to be. Any preferences from chat? Any captains y'all want to see? I do love me a purple T-Rex. Leprechaun doesn't work for you? That's too bad. Get charms that do nothing for what you have. I believe that, actually. There is definitely a certain luck element involved of getting which of the various charms. Gloria? Alright. Let's get Gloria in there. I don't have much unlocked for her, but maybe we can find something. Probably not leaning into the Candy angle here, but Mr. Fox is a better include than some of this other stuff. I don't know why this is all spell focused. That doesn't really seem like where I want to be. I don't know that I have much in the way of like synergistic starter decks. This is all kind of unimpressive, I think. Elminster. What is, I guess, okay, so I guess with extra shops, if you have a bonus shop when you lose, that is potentially an extra spell, right? So maybe stuff like Elminster or stuff like Merlin, potentially good here. Spells are awesome. Spells are. I guess if I want to try going with a spell-oriented strategy, I might actually try and lean into Candy. But I don't think like I have the right payoffs for Candy right now. Like, Lifesaver ain't it. Keeb is fine, but not really what I'm looking for. Like, I'd like licorice. I'd like gummy worm would be good. I'm a fan of the Viscount, even though Viscount Chocolat probably not the most amazing of candy payoffs. I'd like Doopity Doo, actually. But yeah, none of those are possibilities here. So maybe I'll just go with whatever they've got here. Try and make it work. You love Viscount when he straight up kills a card? Yeah, absolutely. That is part of the appeal for sure. Barbosa, like, that doesn't really feel like the right include here either. You know what? Let's do this and see if that does anything for me. All right, Gloria. Let's see what you got. Friendly Spirit. I think I Peachy Queen before I Friendly Spirit, though. Sure. Show me some Fae. Or don't, I guess. That's also fine. Killing some monkeys doesn't matter. No Fae. Alright. Yeah! Big heroes! Alright, I'm into that. +3/+3 on all my heroes. What else are we up against? Against, a decent array of captains here. Iron Monkey, Yakety Yak have some potential. I'm expecting the Deinonychus and the Nemesis to both end up being scary, but they could also have low rolled. And then Jay Sparrow has a lot of variants. We'll see whether or not that works out. Eyes are good. Hey, look, it's a big hero. Exactly what I asked for. Yeah, give me some stats. I don't get the extra bonus shot from the Ace of Hearts, but that's okay. I get stats. That is what I'm here for. And we probably just Foul Lich here with my animals in the front. Oh, just already running a Giant Destiny. That's scary. Big Tink? Oh, big Katamari, actually. So I'm into that. Let's see what you can do for me. I could have just replaced the Flying Monkey there. Or the Puss in Boots. Like, having Sneak while you're in the back row doesn't really do much, but I want Puss in Boots to have the chance to hunt. Like, I guess having an animal here is okay, given the Foul Lich, but also not that big a deal. Could put the Ace of Hearts in the back row, and then Flying Monkey is a little bit more likely to give Foul Lich the buff. I think I like that better. Yikes. Big yikes! Yep, that's a full heart. Always worried about Nemesis. Nemesis always is, scary boards. Nemesis and Anagole are, I think, two of my biggest fears. Punxsutawney Phil, get in there. Calypso? Do we Calypso? If I want spells, then Calypso seems pretty good here. And I have a good array of pirates and mages. Alright. Thank you, Ace of Hearts. Your service is no longer needed. And let's just cast some spells. Oh, giant Greenbeard, no. Just barely big enough, though. That worked out. Yeah, Jay Sparrow is, like, sometimes scary, but doesn't really get scary until we hit Legendary and can get the Blackbeard up. Yeah, Foul Lich is wild. Just really incredible results on that character. Ooh, I do want Mr. Fox, thank you. Animal Hero doesn't get hit by Calypso, unfortunately. So that is one less extra buff from Calypso. This is just Calypso. Do what you can. No! Achilles! Punxsutawney Phil, though. Getting results. Heck yeah. I'll take that trade. I'll take the not losing. Weensea. I don't think Weensea is happening. I think we are just triggering Calypso some more. Phil either hard carries or never gets attacked. Yeah, that fits with my understanding of how Phil works. I like a bounty contract here. I want Mr. Fox to get bigger. Yes! He did the thing! Yo, the hat? Actually solid. We're gonna be casting some spells here. Oh. Probably time to kiss the Foul Lich. Yeah, alright, pretty big. Punxsutawney Phil doing some good work. Continuing to do some good work. This is actually a pretty scary board. And the fact that my Foul Lich got double stats is the only reason I didn't lose there. The Two-Headed Wizard is actually like a really good dunk because of the pointy hat. I think Lost in the Woods is too strong, though. Yeah. Gonna keep losing in some woods. No good takes here. I still want Mr. Fox to get bigger. I just want a big fox. Not big enough, that fox. No! You needed to kill Hook! You needed to kill Hook! Lost the 50-50. Terrible news. Ship Shape hits, right? No, I think Ship Shape doesn't hit. Too bad. In that case, we offer one. I kind of think I just Lightning Bolt here. Like, all of these stats are so low. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, giant, scary. This is the Jay Sparrow board I was expecting. Oh, that's rough. None of these really do much. Over the Rainbow is pretty good, but I'll just take the extra shot. Silvery Moon? Is it time to bring in the Mousetrap, actually? Like, yeah, Phil is kind of acting as a lightning rod and doing great work that way, but he's not killing anything. And I really need more stats than Phil has, which Mousetrap doesn't necessarily give me. Like, I need to get... I need Mousetrap to have some power is the problem. I guess we can do it and then hope a spell shows up. One is all I needed. That's fair. He's not getting a whole lot of results out of these characters, though. Like, I don't have anything that's going to start me scaling. Jabberwocky. I like Jabberwocky. I guess eventually Jabberwocky scales, but not immediately. On the other hand, as far as immediately goes, either Mr. Fox is winning me a fight, or I'm losing hard. The Walkie over Calypso? I feel like it's the Walkie over the Blind Mice, because they're still getting the Calypso buff. And I do still want to be casting spells here. Katamari, I guess Katamari's not really doing that much, but Katamari's getting hit by the Calypso. Like, the Calypso buff isn't that much either, right? This is +2, this is just +1/+2. Probably replace... Because with the Pointy Hat, I think there's a lot of potential for spellcasting to get me some results. If I live that long. And I guess the Blind Mice is a better target for those spells. So either Calypso or the Katamari aren't really super contributing to the board. I think Calypso is contributing slightly more than Katamari is, so that seems like a reasonable take. Aw, I didn't get the kill. That's good. That's a good kill. Okay, good. We live another round? We live to fight another round? Guess let's see what spells we get. Kind of in on Looking Glass on Blind Mice. Or maybe on Calypso, actually. Because I feel like Blind Mice is going to be a better target for spells. But Calypso is only contributing very slightly. And like Giant Growth is fine, but Looking Glass is going to be a bigger change. Strong. We'll absolutely stroke some Midnight. And we die here? I feel like we die here. This actually, the Dino-Knights I might be okay against. It's the Nemesis that's absolutely going to kill me. Do I want to rearrange this board at all? I kind of like having Jabberwocky in front. I'm not sure how good that is. Maybe Jabberwocky as slot 4 is better. Slightly more possibility of getting the Hunt. Slightly less possibility of getting the Farewell. But I think regardless, I am just dead here. So we'll see. Oh yeah, I'm just dead here. Yep. Rest in peace. Unfortunate. Still got 4th place, though. Keep my star count up. All right. Well, how y'all doing, everybody? How's your day going? Anybody interested in some multiplayer? We got about an hour left in stream, so that's enough time to do a live lobby or 2 or 3 or whatever, if people are interested. If we do not have critical mass in chat, then, you know, happy to keep playing some asyncs for as long as the stream lasts. But if we can get, like, 2 or 3 other folks right now, we can probably pull in a few more from the Discord. And even if we don't get a full lobby, I think 4 people, including me, is enough to have some interesting multiplayer games. So, if you're interested, speak your piece, and if there is not enough interest, then we'll keep playing asyncs. Ah, water, my beloved. Keep me hydrated. Keep me alive. Looks like just Devonok, so we'll keep on playing single player. All right, let's see what we're going. Turn or 2 out. Okay, no worries. I haven't played with Hecate. How do people feel about Hecate? I guess cast 2 random spells on demand is potentially useful on the right board, but seems low impact. Ass. A little bit more succinct than what I said, but sure. Nathaniel Drake is fun. I haven't played much Goat Tea, and I'm interested in playing more Goat Tea. So that's probably my preferred pick. But let's roll Hecate, see what else we get here. Witches 3. Witches 3 is also fine. Any preferences from chat? Anything that y'all want to see? I feel like Goatee's probably one of the more exciting ones. Nathaniel Drake, definitely valuable, though. 40% of the captains are absolute worlds below all of the others. Yeah, there's definitely some that come in under the low water mark, let alone the high water mark. Absolutely agree. We have a vote for Drake, a vote for not witches. All right. Well, Drake it is. So let's see what I've got for Drake. What does my deck look like? So far, trying to get value out of Crystal Ball, potentially. We've got Maverick. We've got Miseria, of course. Lance a little also here. Pretty good. Witches just to be fussy. All right, well, you've come in a little too late, buddy. Zarmina as a token quester here. I'm not super happy with them. Maybe I can find somebody better in this deck. Do like the Huntsman, but the bonus they give, not that amazing. 8 people in chat, 3 different results. Yup. That checks out. Not really planning to go on the candy stuff. Netherbinder is always fun, but doesn't really play super well with the Drake Discovery bonus. I think the Butcher is buffed by it, but not by a whole lot, like, percentage-wise. And otherwise, it's just whatever I want to jam in my deck, I guess. Happy with Burninator. Overall, happy with Wormscale Tinkerer, especially if I think I can get Miseria going. Destiny is a great way to get Miseria going. And I would love for Zarmina to be something that plays better with Destiny. So maybe we'll bring in... Honestly, if I had Scalator, I might bring Scalator in. Otherwise, I would love, you know, some of the other legendary questers that are based on power that I just haven't unlocked yet. Yeah, not great choices for questers in this pool so far. Maybe I bring in Huntsman just so Destiny has something to summon early on. Not mad about that. Like, Huntsman will almost always be giving me the axe, which doesn't really trigger off of Drake's ability. You like Zarmina? I'm on the fence about Zarmina. Like, I like having the hunt abilities, but Zarmina just generally has been a little bit too low impact. And I want questers that play better with Destiny, and Zarmina really doesn't support Destiny very well. I mean, I do have Mr. Fox that I'm going to be going for as a hunter, so I'll probably have hunters in the front, but not a whole lot of hunters. Zarmina tends to pay off for you, not amazing, but gets you a little stats and decent treasure tier. Yeah. Like, it's not bad. I'm just less inclined to bring Zarmina in when I have Destiny in the deck, specifically because of Destiny. All right, let's send this and see how well it goes. Friendly Spirit is interesting here. I guess because I'm trying to maximize on Lance a little. That feels right. Yo, do the thing. Let's get some heroes. Good start, good start. Yo, good start. Sure. All right, Daughter of Athena, what you got for me? Yeah. I feel like a Drake buffed Wand of Shielding is going to be crazy. All right, let's go for it. Carving Fork also would have been fine there. Want to silver something? Yeah, let's silver an Aladdin, actually. That sounds delightful. I'm going to be casting spells. Maybe I want Masterwork Scrolls? Not opposed to that. Do I take the Friendly Spirit? I need to fill in my last slot. Oh, no. Such a big buff. I don't think I can turn this down. Let's take the Time Top. Yeah, my board is actually wildly big right now for the turn that I'm on. You can come in. I feel like I want to cast a spell more than I want a Giant Aladdin, but maybe I want a Giant Aladdin. That's a lot of stats. Yeah, okay. Bounty Contract, good. All three of these are good. Probably Twin Shot. Just so the Dragonling has a better shot of killing things. Okay. Not that it matters. We're just kicking butt and taking names here. Greenbeard? Not that impressive. 2 easy replaces, though. Maybe I'll just take the treasure. Or have Blackbeard's parrot try and support Aladdin. It's not the worst idea either. Oh, I want this to work. I want this to work. I don't know if it will, but I want it to work. Ooh, not on this board. Oh, maybe on this board. Okay, fascinating. Ow. I really gotta start casting spells. Yeah, this is starting to feel a lot better. I spent a couple of turns being greedy, and I lost a heart as a result, but now we're probably just going to be kicking butt. So now I have a Dragonling and a Friendly Spirit that I am happy to replace. But also, none of these are particularly enticing. So let's just continue to grow. Appa Bear. Appa Bear. But egg? Yeah, I'm, my days of lusting over big egg turns are gone. Egg has betrayed me a couple of times too many. I do agree. Turn 6 is a great turn to get an egg, as long as you can survive. Honestly, my stats are high enough. It probably would have been fine. This probably would have been a good board for it. Big fan of Rage Mage. I'm a big fan of casting another spell and getting +3/+2 on everybody. Was thinking about Papa, but I don't think the animals are worth it. I just want more buffs on everything. I want to make sure Anne Bunny is big enough to hunt. Okay, I think we got to get Maverick in here. Peachy? Or just fire off the Blessing of Athena? Am I going to get a better spell? Am I going to get a better character? Do I think I'm going to get anything out of Epic that I'm going to want to put on my board? Nothing in particular stands out as, like, things that I want to put on my board right now. Is Peachy Queen a weird composite of all Mario princesses? There is a lot of Rosalina happening here. And she does have the Peach crown. Rosalina makes sense, because Rosalina's a lot more fey than Peach. But yeah, kinda. It's Illuma, yeah, because Rosalina. There's not a lot of Daisy here, unless you think maybe the hair is kind of more evocative of Daisy, but... You did not see the completely just Illuma. Yeah. This is a game that is very, very obvious about their influences. One of the things I appreciate. Not super important, I don't think. Let's just take the blessing. Get some more stats just in case. Not sure exactly how much I will need in order to stay ahead, but this is a good start. Thought Gakatu was pretty subtle. Sure. Merlin. Welcome to the team, Merlin. Thank you for your service. This is exactly the right time to find Merlin. Although, I guess a turn earlier would also have been good. I would have accepted that. But now we can just get +10/+10 on my team for every spell I cast. That sounds fine. Alright, it's me against literally the only person left. A full health Itty Airy. What you got? Oh. Okay. Well, I have one more turn where I'm still staying ahead. And then we are going to have to think very carefully about our next steps. Oh, I'm gonna need this Medusa, aren't I? Oh, trades! That's no good. We need a bigger back row. Is Burninator the way to get a bigger back row? What would I replace with Burninator? I don't think I can afford to replace Merlin. Okay, that'll help. This'll help also. I suspect this fight looks much the same as the last fight, although with Merlin a little bit bigger it might be okay, but also their stuff is going to be a little bit bigger. No, I really needed him to hit the Kraken. That's worse. That's worse. Things are getting worse. Gingerbread oven. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's things are not great here, for sure. Things are for sure not great. I don't know. Find me some scam. I need like a mousetrap or something, I think. Destiny, actually, I am pretty happy with. I'm kind of on board with just bringing in Destiny as an extra soak to maybe save my Medusa from getting hit. And Anne is still hunting, which is nice. Really need you to hit the tribbles. Heck yeah. No, you needed to attack Merlin! Nah, it's over. Need some abracadabra spam. That would have done it, yep. 40 or 50 of those. I just needed everything to be slightly bigger than everything else on their board, and then have some good attacks. And I didn't quite hit that. Like, yeah, wildly outscaled by Triple Trouble, obviously. But if everything else on my board had been like 10 or 20 above, you know, these like 60 or 80s that they had, I would have been okay. But instead of having 60 or 80s, they had like 150s. So just needed to be playing a game other than the one I was playing, then I would have won. Not exactly. I just needed a little bit more scaling. Which, like, yeah, maybe I needed to be doing different things, but I was close. What'd I get? Innkeeper. Okay. Charon. I'm not playing much Charon. Don't think I care. this was Minecraft, I totally had it. What does that even mean? Yeah, probably. I believe that. I believe that. Pretty good Magic the Gathering board. Yeah, I like those numbers for Magic the Gathering cards. Absolutely. I will attack with a couple of hundreds. So we have Anagole, who's incredible. Merrily, who is a lot of fun and fairly consistent. And Loki, who I never pick. Any preferences? Chat, decide my fate? Loki for Chaos, of course. Of course. Pick the never pick. God damn it. Why do you folks do this to me? Alright, what can I do with Loki here? Obviously, we want the things that give us free spells. That's great. Why do I not have the Fates in here? Plunder Penny seems like a good choice. The things that benefit from casting spells. Sabrina, huh? Genie of the Lamp, actually, not that bad a choice. Hey, Inkling. Let's transform characters we don't want to. Ah, yeah, always delightful. Let's throw some TLKs around and see what happens. I do like Fairy Godfather. Elminster seems free here. Do I have the other? Yeah, I should bring in Mirror Mage. Cast a lot of spells on a lot of people. Or Ogre Magi, I think. I don't think Ogre Magi is going to be doing the thing that I want him to. And I do want to make room for the Fates, but I don't want to take anything else out. Maybe Sabrina can go. Fates didn't make the cut because there's so much great spell support. There is a decent amount of spell support. You almost never have luck with Elminster. Yeah, he's hard to pull off. I think Loki makes it a lot easier because every spell is 2 spells. Like, well, every targeted spell is 2 spells. So maybe about half of the time you just need no additional shops, no additional spells. You can just cast 2 spells and have it work. I very rarely use Genie of the Lamp. So this is going to be interesting if that works out. Just get super salty at anything in this game that requires silvering or golding stuff. Yep. I understand. Yeah, Silversmith, I find, is mostly miss. Anything else that I'd want to include here? I mean, if I could make room for some of the treasure stuff, then maybe, but I think I'm okay with this. We'll just give this a shot and see what happens. Plunder Penny is here! Go Plunder Penny. Go Plunder Pennying. Ah, denied plunder. Lost the 50-50. Rudolph, maybe. I haven't played with Rudolph a bunch. Did I have Rudolph unlocked? I feel like maybe I didn't. This is a weird board. I think I'm going to try the egg. Terrible news. How do we feel about Chaos? I feel good about Chaos. I feel good about Morgan. But I also feel good about throwing some Silver Moons around. Moon. I mean, I wanted to fill the last spot with Morgan. I think having a Morgan in as my 5th is pretty important, is pretty helpful. And if I throw the Moon there, then I don't know what I'm getting as my 5th. And I really do need to fill out my board. How are we doing this? This? Man, I don't know, Plunder. I don't think Plunder Penny is ever getting another hunt. Maybe we'll try this. Sure. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Ooh, wow, that was absolute garbage. Great, great. Doing a little bit more rotation here. I want to make sure I'm getting more damage on the board. We replace Puck. I lose a lot of power for replacing Puck, but I get more power on the things I care about. And meet in a tavern, not necessarily going to do much here. At 10, do I like Plunder in front? Maybe. I think I still put Morgan in front. I think winning the fights is more important than getting Plunder's hunts. Good. Alright, and what does the egg become? Sunflare! Great. Lightning Bolt, not that impressive. Let's get some mages. I think Slappy can go. Ooh, Calypso is here. Alright. Rest in peace, Jill Sunshine. Calypso is on the board. Now it's time to cast some spells. Wow. What garbage. Alright, let's cast some spells and see if that works out better for me. Show me some better spells? I'm not getting better spells. Twinkle Twinkle? Fey Familiar? She's so small! I need my board to be big enough to survive whatever these people are going to throw, though. Yeah, I need the stats before I can make my board better. Once I have enough stats that I feel like I can hold my own, then maybe I can trade out a little bit of stats for some utility. You want to like the Familiar, but +1s get outpaced. Yeah, they really do. Familiar is a lot better on turn 3 than she is on turn 6. Like, a lot better. All hands on deck, fine. Get me a wand? That's not a wand. What do I get out of uncommon? I could get a hat. If I get a hat out of uncommon, I like that, but maybe I need to Grotto just in order to survive the round. Familiar is way better in a Fey build than a Mage build. I think that's probably true, actually. If you're buffing her growth, then she starts to look a lot better. Like, I would actually like Fey Familiar in a Mira build. I should be putting Fey Familiar in Mira, damn. I might not have it unlocked on Mira. I think my numbers for turn 7 are good enough that I can afford to gold here instead of casting another spell. Not great. Wicked Sword is fine. If Drafty Window hits, like, the two-headed wizard, that's pretty good. There are some cool epics that I could hit with Printing Press. I would be pretty happy with some of the possible epic hits. I don't have Crystal. I want Crystal unlocked. God, I so want Crystal unlocked on this character. Every time I see one of these captains, like, oh man, my deck would be so good if I had played this captain like 6 times as often. Yeah, I don't know that I can afford to be that greedy. Drafty Window might be okay. Let's see if we can make that work. Maybe Drafty Window, actually, if I hit, if I can gold Sabrina, is going to be pretty good. If I survive that long. Oh, nope. It's just over. That was a big chocolat. It didn't matter what I picked. All options were bad. Well, you tried, Loki. An attempt was made. Press would have saved us there for sure. For sure. For sure. Absolutely. Alright. Is it the Loki run back? Is it Wizard Headmaster? I do like Wizard Headmaster. I also really like Merryweather. I like playing with Faye. No Galileo? I don't have him unlocked. I'm not spending the gems on him. I'll wait till next month. Like, I pay for captains because they seem fun, not because they seem good. Did I know that I get free gems for the newsletter? Yes, 300 a month. Which is not enough to keep me updated on captains. Alright, we'll do the Loki run back. Let's see what we can get done. Garbage. Get me a treasure, maybe. Get me a treasure, maybe? Where's this crap? Okay. I think I need some stats right now. Give me the spinach. Yo. Alright. Yes. Stepsisters with the double hit. Want the wand. Oh, I probably want breadcrumbs, actually. Oh, well. This is a mess. This could be better. It's, not getting better out here. I guess just Ember, so I have a 5th? Sure. Wow, look at this board full of garbage. How do you expect to win fights like this, Mason? Not even double digits on anything? It's turn 3. You think you're gonna get anywhere like that? You gotta pump up those numbers, those rookie numbers. It is time to throw some spells around. Bowlich. No, I don't think so. I want Mason to come back with a board full of secret rares for revenge in 6 turns. Wouldn't surprise me, actually. If Mason survives to, like, turn 7, I'm gonna actually be real scared. Do you like a cutlass? Fairy Godmother? This is not the right captain for Fairy Godmother. Snowball technically bigger than Ember? Firing off a lightning bolt? Do we lightning bolt on turn 5? That seems rude. It just seems mean. You think the Fairy Godmother's the pick? I don't know about that. +1/+1 is not a lot. The question is whether I snowball instead of Ember or just fire off the lightning bolt. It's a mage? It is a mage. Does that matter? Like, I don't have any mage synergies. I mean, I guess maybe picking Fairy Godmother is the start of getting mage synergies, but the other picks are ass. It's true. I think I just fire off the lightning bolt, honestly. Having a mage, I don't think makes a difference yet. Godmother came back. I'll just take the Silver Ember. We are certainly not in a shape that would be called a ship. Silvery Moon doesn't do anything. Dreamer's alright, yeah. I guess I don't mind taking out Jealous Stepsisters. Maybe this will kill a Tribble for me. Okay. I guess if I had had the Fairy Godmother on my board, I could have picked a pack of Fairy Godmothers. And that would be okay. Alright. Alright. I'm seeing the appeal of the plan. I'm seeing alternate lines that may have worked out differently. I'm just gonna get some buffs, though. And then get lost in the woods. And this is all garbage. Blackjack would be okay, but the numbers still aren't great. You mistook Dreamer for Genie? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, literally a genie, right? None of these are takes. I am once again being offered a Fairy Godmother. Two-headed dragon is big, though. Yeah, I don't super like these draws. Midas Touch is actually really interesting because I can Midas Navi and get the heart, and then get the Ricochet Midas on something. Not that anything on this board is worth goldening other than Navi. But yeah, Dragon big. But hitting the Midas on Navi actually feels pretty good. And then I can save my my Rainbow for next turn. I think I want to do that, actually. And we hit Ember, which means I will never see Ember in the shop again. Dragon is big. Dragon is big. I'm hoping for bigger next shop, though. Excuse me? Ranged Despicable Smee? Catkiss, how dare you? Oh, here's the other genie. Let's make it happen. Starting off of decent size, too, so we're not starting from, like, 1-1 or anything like that. Alright, let's find some single targets. Hey, found a single target. Alright, now we just gotta survive long enough to make this happen. Fortunately, I got an extra heart off an Navi. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That was a hell of a board, actually. I do want Shadowmancer in here, actually. Put you in front. Shadowmancer there. Come on! One single target spell! This was like 4 shops! Hard life. Alright. I think I have better luck dunking 10 million Fireflies for the mild buff on Ember over Puff and Puff, which probably doesn't kill anything. You would have grabbed the Nightshade? Yeah, I saw the silver and immediately grabbed it without reading what the rest of the board was. Oh, well, that's not great. Finally. Alright, now things are starting to look a little bit better. Maybe should have re-rolled that one, Blessing of Athena. Not the greatest single target spell. But it is still a single target spell. Yikes. Half a heart. Alright, we're doing good. Half a heart, we're doing good. Don't think you would have passed Merlin. Did Merlin just... Man, I am not looking at things, I guess. Alright, well, this board... I think I am okay with just firing off the Grodo. Merlin versus Mixo Macho, though. That's not easy. I guess I have the heart to spare. Merlin is probably necessary. Oh, God. Well, that's a loss. Double them numbers. Read? It is another spell that doubles. Big Herc. Terrible targeting. Terrible targeting. Worked out okay? Still alive? Still alive barely? Yo? Who does the other one hit is the real question. Ember. Too bad. Yeah, Nanny supporting Herc is very scary. But if we get good hits with a Genie, we might actually outscale. I don't like any of this. I'm not even sure that the Starlight is better than Duncan a character. It probably is. Getting Merlin to go off one more time. Great again. Alright. It keeps ricocheting onto Ember. Like, please hit Shadowmancer. Wow, this is bad news. It's over. Oh, man. Yeah, that was the end. That was the end for sure. Third place, though. Not too bad. They gave all the good cards to my opponents. I mean, fair play to them. They did get good cards. I got some good cards that I missed. And, if I had played things in the right order, I might have been a little bit more competitive. But I think probably still not that competitive. I think it still would not have gone very well. I get Orion and Apophis. That's great. Apophis is lovely. Maybe not in Loki, but nonetheless. Alright, cool. Alright, I think on that note, I am going to call it a night here.